back to campaign 2016. With just 4 days to go, the swing states are in the spotlight. Donald Trump rallied his supporters in New Hampshire this afternoon.
And Hillary Clinton made her case to voters in Pennsylvania and Michigan today. These are live pictures from her rally there. Both candidates going all out in the final push. Florida, of course, also considered key to winning the White House, especially for Trump, who can't win if he doesn't win here. Joining us now is Jim DeFede, host of Facing South Florida. And I know, Jim, you were on a call today with Hillary's campaign manager. How are they feeling about Florida and the early voting numbers?
So they are presenting a very positive image. They believe that they're up in all the right key areas. A couple of things that really stood out to them. They kept talking about Florida, so that shows you how important Florida is. One of the things they highlighted was the fact that the Hispanic vote in Florida is up over 120% of where it was 4 years ago. And one of the key figures there is that the majority of the Hispanic vote has either never voted before or did not vote in 2012. These are relatively new voters, and from my reporting and what we've assembled, it looks like it's that Puerto Rican vote that we've been talking so much about in recent weeks, particularly in the I-4 corridor. Those Puerto Ricans who are moving here from the island because of economic crisis, once they land in Florida, they can register and they vote, and suddenly their vote has a tremendous amount of power.
And what's the campaign's overall feeling on this final weekend of early voting? So many people have gone out early in Florida to vote, and of course they've been gauging that. What's the overall feeling right now?
Let me give you an idea of how important this early vote is right now. So back 4 years ago, about 56% of all the votes cast in Florida were cast before Election Day, either through early or absentee ballots. This time around, it's going to be well in excess of 60%, 65%. I've seen some projections that it could actually hit 70%. 65 to 70% of all the votes being cast in Florida will be cast before Election Day. It's a staggering figure. And I'm also predicting right now that it looks like we had 8.5 million people voting 4 years ago. This is easily going to top 9 million, probably in the 9.3 to 9.5 million range. So all that talk you've heard about how this negative campaign and the terrible choices everyone has is turning people off and they're going to stay away from the polls, don't believe it. More people are engaged and turning out than ever before.
There's also been a lot of talk that the African-American voters are not coming out the way that they did for Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012. What did the Clinton people say about that?
They believe they've turned the corner on that in the last 48 hours. The black vote was down 2, 3, basically they were about 13% of the vote last time. They were only accounting for about 10% of the early vote right now. But they think because of President Obama's push in Jacksonville, because of the visits by Hillary Clinton to Miami Gardens, they've been able to turn those numbers around. They say they are actually ahead now in the black vote where they were 4 years ago. If that's true, between the Hispanic vote and the black vote, they can feel confident in Florida. I'm just not there yet. The other key factor they pointed out is sometime this afternoon, believe it or not, they measure this by the hour. So at some point early this afternoon, more Democrats had voted in early and absentee voting than Republicans. They just inched past them. And that's a good sign for Democrats.
Well, it makes sense to measure it that frequently because things are changing so rapidly.
Absolutely.
All right, Jim DeFede, thank you very much.
And our coverage continues, of course, a special Facing South Florida Election Edition live, 8 a.m. on Sunday morning. Of course, all of the weekend's big stories. But this is the last weekend leading up to Election Day. You'll find that right here on CBS 4.
And CBS 4 News has special election coverage next week. It starts Monday morning at 9 with a special edition of CBS 4 News. And then catch an election edition of Facing South Florida at 4 and CBS 4 News at 7 p.m.
And then on Election Day itself, another special edition of the CBS 4 News at 9 a.m. and another Facing South Florida at 4. Jim DeFede will be very busy. CBS 4 News begins its continuing coverage at 7 p.m. And of course, we'll have updates on all the big local and state races during the evening, and we'll wrap it all up for you on the CBS 4 News at 11.